Welcome to your free English lesson. This series will focus on subjects and objects. This lesson will explore direct and indirect objects. It is important to write when you are asked to. It helps you to learn. You can use a whiteboard, but ideally a notebook would be best. That way, you can keep a record of your learning. There are 4 intended learning outcomes to achieve by the end of the lesson. 1. We are learning to identify the direct object in a sentence. 2. We are learning to identify the indirect object in a sentence. 3. We are learning to use both objects correctly in written sentences. 4. We are learning to distinguish between word order with and without prepositions. Listen to this sentence. She gave a gift. What is the verb? Gave. What did she give? A gift. A gift receives the action. It is the object. Sometimes we give something to someone. A direct object is the thing that receives the action of the verb. The structure in a sentence looks like this: subject plus verb plus direct object. I read a book. He bought a car. They watched a movie. A book, a car, and a movie are all direct objects. They receive the action of the verb. An indirect object is the person or thing that receives the direct object. There are 2 common patterns. The first pattern is without a preposition. The sentence structure is subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. For example, she gave me a gift. He sent his friend a message. The second pattern is with a preposition, either to or for. The sentence structure is subject plus verb plus direct object plus to or for plus indirect object. For example, she gave a gift to him. He sent a message to his friend. Consider this sentence. He explained the rules to us. What is the verb? Explained. What received the action? The rules. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? Us. This is the indirect object. Consider this sentence. She read the book to him. What is the verb? Read. What received the action? The book. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? Him. This is the indirect object. Consider this sentence. He told a story to the students. What is the verb? Told. What received the action? A story. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? The students. This is the indirect object. Consider this sentence. We bought a present for her family. What is the verb? Bought. What received the action? A present. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? Her family. This is the indirect object. Consider this sentence. He made a sandwich for his friend. What is the verb? Made. What received the action? A sandwich. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? His friend. This is the indirect object. Consider this sentence. We told her the secret. What is the verb? Told. What received the action? The secret. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? Her. This is the indirect object. Consider this sentence. I offered her the job. What is the verb? Offered. What received the action? The job. This is the direct object. Who received the direct object? Her. This is the indirect object. In each sentence, underline the direct object and circle the indirect object. 1. I gave my friend a book about space. 2. She told her brother a funny story. 3. The chef cooked his guests a delicious meal. 4. We sent our cousins a holiday card. 5. He bought flowers for his mother. 6. He made his wife a cup of coffee. 7. I handed the keys to my friend. 8. My brother lent me his car. 9. I told my friend the news. 10. I cooked dinner for my family last night. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. I gave my friend a book about space. A book about space is the direct object. My friend is the indirect object. 2. She told her brother a funny story. A funny story is the direct object, and her brother is the indirect object. 3. The chef cooked his guests a delicious meal. A delicious meal is the direct object, and his guests is the indirect object. 4. We sent our cousins a holiday card. A holiday card is the direct object. Our cousins is the indirect object. 5. He bought flowers for his mother. Flowers is the direct object, and his mother is the indirect object. 6. He made his wife a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee is the direct object, and his wife is the indirect object. 7. I handed the keys to my friend. The keys is the direct object, and my friend is the indirect object. 8. My brother lent me his car. His car is the direct object, and me is the indirect object. 9. I told my friend the news. The news is the direct object, and my friend is the indirect object. 10. I cooked dinner for my family last night. Dinner is the direct object, and my family is the indirect object. Here is an extender for anybody who would like a challenge. Rewrite the sentences from the structure subject plus verb plus direct object plus to or for plus indirect object to subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. 1. I sent an email to my friend. 2. They showed the picture to us. 3. He bought a present for his sister. 4. We made a cake for our mum. 5. She read the story to the children. 6. He passed the salt to me. 7. She told the news to her parents. 8. She gave the keys to me. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. I sent an email to my friend. I sent my friend an email. 2. They showed the picture to us. They showed us the picture. 3. He bought a present for his sister. He bought his sister a present. 4. We made a cake for our mum. We made our mum a cake. 5. She read the story to the children. She read the children the story. 6. He passed the salt to me. He passed me the salt. 7. She told the news to her parents. She told her parents the news. 8. She gave the keys to me. She gave me the keys. Thank you for watching this video. Watch it as many times as you need to master the intended learning outcomes. I hope that the content helped you to learn more about direct and indirect objects. Please like and subscribe for more lessons. There is a lot to learn, so don't give up. Keep believing in yourself and you will learn. See you next time. Bye.